Right, it is now Saturday morning and we made some decent progress. So where we're up to, battery is fully relocated, everything's wired into there. That runs straight through underneath there and straight out the back into the boot. This, I'm just waiting for the silicone to go off, and then if you've seen before, if you watched any of our videos of us doing that, all those panels can go back in and the boot can get all put back together. Brake pads arrived this morning, so brake pads are now in. What we are up to now, here is the long list. What we're gonna go back to, as we now have a welder set up, shout out Kevin Tom, because we've now got a proper wiring for a welder. I'm gonna try and get this welded in between my two chassis legs, and then once that's welded in, try and get my radiator mounted up. My two electric fans have arrived, so I can get them on the radiator, try and get the intercooler mounted up, and try and get this front end back together. I've cut this little piece off of what was originally part of the bar, just to go on the end of one of these to make it a tiny little bit longer, just because it's a little bit short. So I'm basically just going to screw that up there and just try and start off by trying to just tack that on. Then I can get the bar in and tack that in there. Right, wish me luck. Hi, good morning. George is now back.
Hi, good morning.
So yeah, now I'm not on my own, which is nice. So, update. We've done well. I think the last update I showed you is we've got like...
We were just looking at clips, trying to figure out what Will's filmed, and he's filmed fucking loads, but I'm not sure whether it's like the same, or like, oh look, rocks.
Yeah. Right, so anyway, we got a welder. We started some fabrications.
This is exciting.
This is very exciting.
This is exciting, but this is exciting.
So, what we've done is, if I take this off, take this front bumper off so you can actually see what's going on. Oh no, it's all too good. It's all too good. Oh, there she goes. Right. So, as you can see, if you look down in here, with my quick release intercooler at the moment. Come round, have a little look see in here. So, welded all of this in on the bash bar. Bash bar is now fully welded in. We've also made these brackets that are like a U shape that go underneath and hold the bottom of the radiator in. So that is now completely solid. We then chopped out the last little bit of the mess that I cut out and accidentally folded the whole front end. This is all we had left. We had that left sat. So that was left in there and it was really wobbly, and I was like, oh, really? We need to sort something out. So with this 36 piece on the top that was down with two brackets, cut them off, welded a flat plate on the bottom of it, and then, yeah, have welded an upright here with this flat plate here because that will mount the headlight to. Didn't want to weld the whole thing in solid, so we've done some bolts here so we can still take that top section out if we need to get stuff in and out. We were like, yeah, this is going really well. Then we did these little nibs on here to sit the intercooler.
I showed up yesterday. Will was like, yeah, look, I got a welder. And I was here for about 2 hours and we welded these little nibs in. And then we went to put the headlights in and the headlights don't fit.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. And then, yeah, went to go and put these little puppies in, and it's not going to work. Some dick.
So we were we were stoked, and then all of a sudden it all came crashing down. But it's fine, because Tom Rasburn told us that you're a fabricator, so you can literally make whatever you want.
Yeah, that's the thing with metal that we've learned. It's not like wood. You can cut it and weld it back together, fuck it up, cut it, and then weld it again. Yeah. Yeah, we do want breakfast, right? Anyway, we're gonna cut these off, send that back, and I'm thinking. Yes, please. Where's it gone? No.
Yeah, basically, we're going to chop these out, and we've just been eyeing up the next plan, which is...
This flat bit of bar, we're going to weld it round there, onto that, and then chop these off and weld the corner on there. So that way, it should be out the way. So we can have
maybe.
headlights.
So we can get the headlights fitting, but then something else won't fit.
Yeah. And then we need to work out how we're going to fix the bottom of this intercooler.
What is going on in the house of Tabs?
We were saying earlier, we were like, right now we're like stoked because like, for us we've done a bit of a good here because like, jacking bar in and then everything's just fabbed up off the jacking bar. That holds the bottom of the radiator, these hold the fan on, this holds the top of the intercooler, this holds the bottom of the intercooler. Like, we've actually done a bit of a good, and then this is bolted up so we can still take that out. And we were like, that's actually pretty good. And then, like, in, like, 2 or 3 years' time, when we do, like, a tubular front end, we look at it and go,
what the fuck?
What are we doing?
Anyway, so we've mocked everything up, and we're pretty happy, so we're going to just finish up a few welds, do a bit of grinding, give it a little rattle over, and then chuck it all back together, and we'll show you, like, what it's sort of looking like.
Right, I know this video has been a lot of just me going, I need to do this. But we're on the final stretch, just before we go and see the exhaust man. So, Boz came around the other night, did me an absolute solid and wired all my fan in, so that now works. I've got a bigger profile tyre for the front, so now I've caused myself a massive clearance issue, which is cool. So I need to sort the coilovers out on the other side, have a little cut out like I've done here, and then hopefully when I go to the exhaust man, he's going to cut some out the footwells just to give me a bit more clearance and basically tub them, because that's always been an issue. Got to bleed the clutch, which I needed to get a 7mm spanner for. I'm about to do that. And then we're pretty much good to go, to be honest. We had a bleed up of the brakes the other night, a bleed up of the hydro. And yeah, we've actually made some serious progress. It's all back together, and yeah, it's going to be a late night. I've been chasing these engine mounts around all day. I had to drive all over the place to go and get them because UPS have been absolutely Right, so as you can see, it's now daytime, and I'm not loading up a trailer. It's actually on more axle stands than it was on before. So yeah, last night I had an absolute shocker. As it seems to just keep going on with this, we went to bleed the clutch up, and the pin fired out the end of the slave cylinder straight into the bell housing. So I've now got a pin sat in my gearbox, and it's one of those that it might be right, but I know it's in there. The last thing I want to do is have it bounce around the bell housing and smash something up. I mean, it shouldn't do, but if it does, it's kind of self-inflicted, just leaving it in there and going, oh, it'll be right, and it's not. So we are now up on 4 axle stands. Yeah, this is the situation. I don't know if anyone knows what slave cylinders look like, but not like this. Yeah, the whole pin at the end of it that goes forward and backwards and controls the clutch is yeah, up in there. Right, so yeah, there we go. That is the whole end of the slave cylinder that had just fired itself through the hole and got wedged in there. So yeah, very frustrating. Didn't really want to have to take that off, but I feel like it's definitely the right thing to do. So it is what it is. I'm gonna have a little clean out now, because obviously there's been oil everywhere. Like, yeah, it's disgusting. So got a load of brake clean up. Gonna have a little clean up in there, and then try and wrestle that back on. Got a new slave arriving tomorrow, so yeah, one step at a time, apparently. We have a new slave cylinder. So there's been a lot of issues along the road, as you can tell, but I think we're nearly there. Hopefully I'll be able to drop the slave cylinder in and bleed it up nice and easy, providing that goes well. We've got a trailer and we're ready to go. So yeah, I mean, there's obviously still going to be like minor things to deal with. Like, I've chucked a bonnet latch on, I haven't chucked the other one on. A few little tinkery bits. I need to sort all my gauges and everything out. But if this works, this goes on, then she'll be running and driving. It won't be running and driving well because it's got the wrong ECU in. That's being fixed as we speak. But yeah, it'll be rolling around again, which should be cool. So I'm going to go ahead, throw that in there. Hopefully it won't be too many issues, and start having a little play at bleeding it up. If it's a real issue, then Ash is going to hop up and give me a hand. But right, let's go for it.